LL Cool J, my favorite rapper of all time. Him and KRS-One. And so LL Cool J, man, I tell you an ill story, man. Video Music Box, Ralph McDaniels got it on tape. Shout out Ralph McDaniels. There would be no hip hop if it wasn't. Ralph McDaniels was, we rushed home. Did y'all used to run home to see Video Music
Kidding
Box?
me? You 31, man. You had to turn your TV. This is before all of this futuristic shit. You had to go
You
up.
had to put your hanger.
Click it. Yeah, the TV with the hanger and turn it to U31, man. Video Music Box.
He must have stopped a lot of violence because after school, everybody ran
rush
home.
Man. You stop at the store, get your little snacks, and then go catch Ralph.
Yo, Ralph gave me the opportunity to host. So he saw this ahead of time. I met him in the streets. I'm trying to be a rapper, change my life. And then he was like, I used to go down to his office and walk 31 flights of stairs.
Wow.
The elevator never worked. And this fat Joe.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
3 fat.
Oh.
This is fat Joe.
Yo, this is really Golden Corral Joe, Sizzler. At that time, it was Sizzlers.
Ooh, remember Sizzlers?
All you can eat Sizzlers. So I'm going up there, and then one day he said, yo, host the show. And I started hosting. That's how I got a bigger buzz out there. But Ralph McDaniels, I threw a birthday party at the Fever. And I had just met, Flojo was out, I had just met LL. So LL said, yo, come with me to this charity he had for kids. I went with him. He pulled up in my project. So you got to understand, LL Cool J was like Justin Bieber to us.
Facts.
Or Bow Wow. Like, he was so big, he wasn't a regular hood rapper. Like, we wouldn't see him in the streets like that. Or I wouldn't. So when he comes pick me up, he's my idol. He comes in a convertible Benz and he puts his hand out the window. I'll never forget, he had a rollie on. And I walked up to the car, I said, nah, man. I said, you got to get out. Because the windows was tinted. I said, you can't come to my projects and not get out. So he got out. My mom's was there. My son Joey was there. Everybody took pictures with LL. So on the way back from the charity, I shot my shot. And I said, yo, L, I'm doing my birthday party this Saturday at the Fever. He was like, oh, the Fever's still open? I said, yeah, it's the Fever Part 2, but I'm going to have everybody you name come. And let me tell you something. I had Puff was in there, Lady of Rage, Gangstar, Lord Tariq, Peter Guns, OC, the whole thing. Anybody that was popping at that time was in that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was like a DJ Khaled birthday now, right?
Right.
So we in there, KRS-One, the walls are sweaty. This is when KRS-One is king of the Bronx still, right? So the walls is sweaty, it's ram-packed. All of a sudden, like 2 in the morning, KRS is performing, and I hear some girls, they start going crazy. It's a red baseball cap, and he walks right on stage as LL Cool J in the South Bronx. He grabs the mic from KRS-One, and he tells the DJ, yo, throw that Flavor in Your Ear beat on. And he just start freestyling some shit. I never heard him say it on a record. And changed my life, man. That both my idols was on stage with me in the Bronx very early on. So shout out to LL Cool J, the living legend, Rock the Bells. He doing so much for the people out there with Rock the Bells.
Iconic. Every time I see him, I give him
but let me tell you
nothing but praises and flowers. I want to switch it up and give it's a big week of birthdays. You know what I mean? B.I.G's birthday. You had to give a shout out to my brother B.I. Happy birthday to Biggie. It was also Havoc's birthday, Buster's birthday. You know what I mean?
Man, I know it was Havoc's birthday. Shout out to Havoc. He came to my mother's funeral. I thought that was really, really, even though we kept it small and tight, I thought that was really, really beautiful of him. To have my camaraderie my comrade just show up. You talking Buster. Biggie went to the same high school. You talking Havoc. Just a week ago, we was talking about they had the greatest album in history. So these 3 birthdays back to back. You know, B.I.G. is my man. You know, I love Biggie. Shout out to Miss Wallace.
Definitely.
She recently passed.
Rest in peace to Mama Wallace.
You know, I felt like, I don't know if I'm weird, but I felt like she was the mother of hip hop.
Of hip hop, yeah. It seemed like she's everybody's mother, yeah. That's a fact,
yeah,
right?
she feel like the mother of hip hop. And
Yeah.
I'm like, and so when and shout out to Feeny Shakur, she died a couple of years ago. You know, it's always gonna be Big and Pop. There's nothing, you know,
That's the standard. That's the
that's
bar
the
right there.
standard.
Yeah.
You know, and they both are powerful women. But shout out to Havoc, man. Shout out to Buster. Shout out to B.I.G. I mean, these guys mean so much to me. You know what I mean? I believe, I believe that if I'm on my deathbed and there's one request, it's gonna be that music. It's gonna be that music. I gotta hear the music. I'm my whole genetics. You know, if they go into your DNA, your blood work, your bones, your this, everything is about music.
Connected to the music.
Yeah, it's like I gotta hear music at every time of the day, whether it's on the plane, whether it's in the car, whether it's working out, whether it's
it soothes the savage beast. Music. We needed to soothe us to keep us balanced, keep us under control. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got that Michael Jackson shirt on, man. What MJ? You know, I tried to explain to my driver the other day. I threw some MJ on, and he's a young Dominican kid. And I was like, yo, you know Michael Jackson? And he was like, yeah, I know him, but I said, he said he got to this country when Michael died. And I was like,
That's when he arrived here when Mike died.
Yeah. So he's like,
he missed the world.
He missed the moonwalk.
he missed
the Motown 25th anniversary. Like, so I'm sitting there and I'm like, so how you know? He said, when I came, he died, and everybody was telling him, this is the greatest of all, this is the greatest. Then he started listening to his music, like, wow. You know, MJ to me was so futuristic. He was ahead of his time. And everything they argued with him for, you know, they doing it now. You know, Botox, this, that, everything he ever did, you know, I got my tooth pulled the other day. They put me to sleep. So I'm telling Remy, yo, my dentist put me to sleep. She was like, yo, when they put you to sleep, that's the best sleep in the world. Yo, how we get that? I said, yo, Rem.
No.
I said, yo, Rem.
Rem.
I said, yo, Rem. You better
Remy.
Yo, Rem. That's that propofol. You don't want that. I try to tell her, yo, Rem, you don't want that type of shit. That's how MJ died.
Yeah,
fucking with the. Could you imagine the propofol? How they turned around and had him on anesthesia every night to go to sleep?
That ain't the thing to do.
Shout out to MJ, man.